Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sydney and today we're talking about supercars. So as you all should know by now, there have been a couple new supercars that have been released in the last year. And as we all know, new supercars don't come out every year. And if you know anything about big companies, you know that when one awesome company puts out a big product, all the other awesome companies have to put out big products as well to keep up. So, who can name the 3 supercars off the top of their head that just came out? Obviously, not many of you are going to go out and buy one right now, but when you're hanging out with your friends and you're talking about your favorite cars and you don't even know which one you like the most, what are you going to do? So I'm going to compare the 3 side by side and help you decide which one's your favorite. Let's start with the Lamborghini. At first, not gonna lie, when I saw the 3 side by side, this was my favorite, purely because of looks. I didn't even read anything about it. I honestly like the way it looks. A lot of people think it's a little bit too bold and it's got a little bit too much of the sharp edges, but it's kind of a good look nowadays. All I see is just super aggressive. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with the Audi R18. Super aggressive looking car. Maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit rounder, not so sharp, but really aggressive and mean. Not a street car, but aggressive. I love it. So you have a 6.5 liter V12 with about 740 horsepower, costing you around $4 million. 7-speed semi-automatic, built on the Aventador's chassis, and a bunch of it is carbon fiber. And from what I've read so far, I think only a couple are being created. And now we quickly hop over to LaFerrari. From what I've heard, this car was named LaFerrari because it is extremely epic and obviously one of the first cars that Ferrari's put out in a pretty long time. And I guess you're not supposed to call it Ferrari LaFerrari because it's so epic. I think this car, more than the McLaren and the Lamborghini, sticks to what Ferrari is. Just this clean, simple, just smooth look. I mean, clearly none of these cars strayed too far from what they actually are, but I just think the LaFerrari looks more like a Ferrari than the Lamborghini looks like a Lamborghini. Now, why does this car remind me of a Tesla? Maybe because LaFerrari is a hybrid. So in LaFerrari you have a 6.3 liter V12 running you at around 1.7 million. So for this V12 beauty, you have 949 horsepower at over 9,000 RPMs. And at this car's impressive 1 minute and 20-second lap time, you now have the fastest Italian production car. It's a little more impressive than the Lamborghini. If you want to see that whole introduction, go to designedbyair.com. So with good looks and the best aerodynamics available, the McLaren P1 is also an electric hybrid. Still, the P1 is a little more limited than LaFerrari. It's rated at 2.8, 0 to 62, and 217 top speed. Still pretty fucking fast if you ask me. But even if the car's top speed isn't as high as the infamous F1, the aerodynamics on this car will blow you for days. Every single part on this car is designed to suck the air right in and blow it right out. Or just let it whoosh right on by. McLaren has put out statements saying that it is a good comparison to LaFerrari and the Porsche 918, which also is one of my favorite cars. So the McLaren's tiny 3.8 V8 engine still packs a powerful 903 horsepower, which I think is around 270 something more horsepower than McLaren's F1. So at priced at less than 1 million, still less than a Bugatti Veyron, the McLaren P1 takes my heart. I am all for electric motors, and LaFerrari did a really awesome job coming out with one, but still puts out a huge carbon footprint because of that big V12. So from what I've been reading so far and what I've seen around the internet, I feel like the LaFerrari is kind of in the lead right now when it comes to favorites. But I feel like maybe people right now are looking at top speed. But even so, I just feel like the P1 has a more impressive punch than the other two. And then after staring at the 3 side by side like I have been for the last 20 minutes, it's the most attractive. Even if it's bright fucking yellow. Alright guys, that's it for me today. One more thing I want to bring up before I go though. What the hell is this fucking thing? I don't know if anyone's been hearing about it. I saw it first on Instagram. So I guess this company that comes out of Dubai has been claiming this car for the last couple of years, and just a few days ago, these pictures were released on the internet. So the company is DEVEL. I don't know if that's supposed to be pronounced devil or Devel or whatever, but it's the Devil 16. The interesting thing about this car is not just what it looks like, but that it claims 5,000 horsepower with a top speed of 365. Said to have 0 to 60 be about 1.8 seconds. It's said to have a V16, hence the name, but doesn't necessarily claim to be the fastest car. Which is surprising to me, because if you were to have 5,000 horsepower at 300 and something top speed, you would think it would be faster than the Veyron.
And this is the Veneno 60. This is absolutely crazy.
So I see this video a couple days ago, and it's just a couple people standing around a room, whatever. They have this big reveal coming out. They have signs all the way around the room that say 5,000 horsepower, 1.8, 0 to 60. And it's just a couple people standing around. They reveal this car and they're making all those claims, yet no one's really ever seen it drive. So if anyone knows anything more about this car, tell me what the fuck it is. Or if it even fucking... what? It looks like a jet. A really, really morphed up jet thing. Okay, so that aside for now, let me know which of these three, excluding this Devil 16 thing, let me know about the Lamborghini, LaFerrari, and the McLaren. Which one do you like the most? I'm liking the McLaren, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you know anything about this new supercar, and I'll see you guys later.